So today I'm going to be talking about my Ember bee enclosure. There's more than just Ember bees in here. There's some tries. That guy's a little try. Um, there's a try. You can see that they really like the leaves. They just devoured that leaf entirely. There's nothing left but its exoskeleton. But yeah, so this is my Ember bee enclosure. So once again, very naturalistic enclosure. I've heard from people that failed with Ember bees or Ardentiellas, whatever they're called, that they failed because they didn't provide them enough natural, like these moss sticks are very key, I guess, to their not appetite, diet, for their diet. So I live in an area where I have easy access to this stuff. So once again, I soak it for about 24 hours in distilled water, and then I put it in the enclosure. But you can see that they're very active. I find that they're more active during the day, quote unquote, when the lights are on. Because once again, with this kind of setup, you want grow lights to help the moss grow. And then you also want it to be moist. There's a volcano. So yeah, there's just kind of a mix in here. They are fine with each other, but they don't breed with each other. So like this Ember bee isn't going to breed with that black hole. So I got a little bit of everything. In hindsight, I probably should have just segregated each one, but it is what it is. I do have a scarlet enclosure that's segregated, but I like how active these guys are. That's kind of what they're known for, being so active. And you see in here, so they eat the leaves a lot, and then I put some food in there on a hard surface, and the little babies tend to eat this more so than the adults. They'll go up to it. But some additional stuff, and then there's some cuttlebone in there, some cork barks, and then there's like a variety of different leaves. Once again, hardwood stuff, hardwood leaves. There's some magnolia leaves, but not too much. This is the top view. So I have this plant in here. It's doing really well, even though like they kind of eat at it and they leave some of it alone. So, but it's like constantly growing. I've already cut it back like twice. So that and live plants help with the soil, with nutrients in the soil. But yeah, this is my enclosure for the maroos. There's a lot in here. There's a lot of babies as well. So it's kind of cool to see all the different generations. And this is a 15-gallon tank, I believe. That from PetSmart. There's no top. Like it didn't come with a top. And so I once again have access to a laser cutter, so I just kind of did my own thing where I laser cut the holes, and then made room for the misting system in there, and then this plugs into my misting system, and then mesh vents, which I have like a fan or two on to once again blow fresh air in there, help get air in, and the fans go throughout the day for 10 to 15 minutes, like maybe 15 times or so. And because this acrylic warps eventually, I kind of came up with a system of locking the top down. So, you're going to have to, if you do this, come up with your own system. If you get glass cut, that's very expensive, at least where I live. So the acrylic is my solution. And then there's my little handle. 3D print of try. So, yep, that's my enclosure. I put fresh moss sticks in this once already because they ate through this guy right here. If we take this off. So they ate through this, but I leave it there because it's still rotting wood. so they still eat away at it, and underneath as well. So, but then I added this guy, which is fresh, for them to eat away at. They, devour it. Like you can see that this end of the stick got devoured. They devoured this pretty cleanly as well. So, might as well leave this in here for them to eat away at. But that's my enclosure. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions down below. The key to these guys, once again, is these sort of moss sticks. At least that's what, people who have had these before and had their entire thing crash. They all died away. So, and they said that that's because they weren't getting the microorganisms that they were needing, which is from this kind of material. So, and see, you can see that they ate away at it. And there's just a little bit of moss. So, like, this was up here. So they like these sort of branching outs, and they'll, hang here and eat away like this guy. Right. So they'll just eat away, and then work their way down. So once they devour it all the way, then I'll replace it. But that's why I keep this guy in here, this hardwood, because they'll just eat away at that as well. Yeah, that's the enclosure.